They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
51 the mic, boy, 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Switch gears. Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Sponge. No.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line.
Check 26. Under 10. 10. Showing up. Check your hot read. You go tight. You got tight.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's taken down.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Alert. Check. Lucky. Check. Crunch. Check 99. Check.
This is Jones. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He was brought down by
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, St. Clair, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Motion, motion.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
The ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You don't want none. Slam, slam, slam. 80, 80, 80.
They'll throw it with Rosen. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option, eluding the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Keeps himself upright. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
3rd down.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Breida. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll try the left side. It's Stevens. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
For the point after.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. 51, Mike 51. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Step, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10. Jake Elliott.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Breida. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan, and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Richards. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. He's got thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Big stop, let's go. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check, check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. All right, here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Back at the 16.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
Boswell on for the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Rosen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
A gain of 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that kicks first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On first down, St. Clair. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Rosen. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
He's checking. Crash.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, check 24. Mike 51. Nice, sweetheart.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54.
Here's Rosen to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You go. Hey, alert. Time go. Right here, guys. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. Motion. Pop.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Rosen off the play action. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Alert. Mike 54. Let's go.
from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Past the 20. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
28-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation.
And the Raiders Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Las Vegas, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.